Florencia.
Hi, Coco.
Yeah, it's it's always great to do this at the end of client engagement, and we've been
Okay.
working together for 2 months, right? Almost 2 months.
Yes.
Yes, and just it has been incredible for me to see your transformation.
Thank you.
Yeah,
It was
and
incredible for me too. Honestly.
wow. Yeah, so here we're just gonna take a little bit of time to reflect on your experience.
Okay.
Wonderful. Okay, so think about when you first started 2 months ago. Was a short time ago, but felt like a long time ago at the same
Yes.
time, right?
Yes.
And do you remember what were you challenged with that made you consider coaching?
Yes. I wanted, and I still want, um, uh, I wanted to live more authentically. I don't know if I pronounced it correctly, but
Mm-hmm.
authenticity was a thing for me. I want to be true to myself, and I guess I didn't know how to do that or didn't have the courage to do that. Well, now I know that, or that it takes, that for me was hard to show myself vulnerable to rejection mainly.
Mm-hmm.
So I needed help to walk that road to,
Mm,
to this state which I feel more comfortable, and that I can make choices and say yes or no more comfortable, um like in general in life.
mm, yeah. So authenticity. So that's
Yeah.
what you struggled with. So how did it manifest in different parts of your life with that challenge?
um okay. So I am, like, for example, like for working reasons, I've lived in different countries and I've recently moved to the US. And so I was trying to fit. So for example, if I was having a social interaction, I was trying to perceive what the other person wanted to hear rather than giving my true opinion or saying the things that I would normally say to to an old friend. And I felt disconnected. I didn't feel I had true relationships, and that would happen also in my job. Like, I was afraid of being said that something was wrong, or to hear someone was disagreeing with me. So I rather accommodate the answer or try, every time I was very careful about the words I was going to use. And that's very, like, I was very tired. It requires a lot of energy to do that. And you are always measuring. And at the end, I didn't
Mm-hmm.
feel I was, um, I was free to express what I really
Mm,
want to say. I
want to
was
say.
always, that was those were the circumstances that I wanted to change.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Exactly. It's just always this fear of being judged, right?
Yeah.
By others, other people's opinion seem to really kind of like tie you up.
Yeah.
And then through this coaching process, you have become much more comfortable with being yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like sometimes I feel it sounds a lot easier than it actually is to be true to yourself. And
Mm-hmm.
because there are some things that you really don't know, you some limitations that you have embedded in your mind that you need help to discover. And it's not, like,
Mm-hmm.
in my experience, it wasn't something too deep or too dark to dive in. It was like kind of obvious, but without your help, I couldn't have. I wouldn't be able to identify those things and address them properly.
Mm. For sure, for sure. Yeah, we're human beings. We are not good at seeing ourselves objectively, right? And
Yeah.
also, we don't necessarily have all the tools to get ourselves move to where we want to move
Mhm.
to. So the
Yeah.
support and the guidance from a coach, it is really critical.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the exercises that you proposed
Mm.
were so useful. And I am very skeptical of all those kind of things. I always, when I bump into those things, I just tend to avoid them. But this time, I wanted to trust in the process. I mean, you're a very
Mhm.
experienced coach, so I was like, okay, she's suggesting there must be a reason.
Mm.
And at the end, it was I was very surprised by the first exercise. And then I decided to commit to the process. So even though some exercises were like weird to me, they were not weird, like objectively weird, but to me, and to take the time and to make the introspection, that was um I felt I had to put an extra effort there to
Mm.
break that barrier, the personal
Very.
barrier to do. But the results were amazing.
Mhm.
And yeah, and I think it shortened the road
Yes.
to the final objective, like a lot, because again, as you said, there was we've been working for just 2 months, and it seems like a lot of time, but judging by the results, not because of how much I
Mhm.
suffered in the middle, because it was really interesting. I didn't feel like I had to come to a session. I was really hoping for the next session to happen.
Mhm. Yes. Yes. That really says a lot. It is your
Yeah,
commitment to show up, and your commitment to trust the process, do the work, even though you were a little bit skeptical,
yeah,
right? And also, it is a little bit uncomfortable too, right? Doing those things like, really?
yeah,
This
yeah,
is
yeah,
weird.
yes,
But you did it, right? Despite all of that, you did it. And then the result came. It's truly
yeah,
incredible. 2 months, less than 2 months, I've truly seen you transform from someone really uncomfortable being yourself, right? Always
yeah,
doubt yourself, always doubt yourself. And now to this really, this woman, you're very successful. You're very successful at what you do. And now you really allow yourself to shine.
yes.
That's
That is so
that's what
true.
I,
And
yeah.
I feel so much lighter, like so much lighter.
Mm, mm,
Um, and again, I was like a normal person. I wasn't feeling like um I wouldn't say I had like such a heavy burden over me, but I think I did. Like
mm-hmm,
the way I feel now, I feel like free, really.
mm.
I don't want to sound like a cliche here, but I'm like, I truly feel like I can do freely the things that I really want to do. Because I was constantly judging myself because of the things I
Mm-hmm,
really wanted to do. And now I know, I mean, part of the exercises were like to identify the things that I really care about and to accept them and to embrace them and go for them. And so I feel very happy and very lightweighted, and I am enjoying
mm-hmm.
myself a lot more than I did before. And I wanted to say also, because when I was reflecting about the process, something that really helped me was that you are a really a good listener and that you gave me words
Mm,
um because of my, I'm not a very emotional person, or I tend to neglect that part. So I don't have many words to describe feelings, let alone in English. So because Spanish is my first language. But even though if I were trying to describe how I feel or the things that were happening to me in my native language, I have a very limited range of words. And your ability to translate what I was trying to say in such a clear way and using very specific words that allow me to better identify the feelings and to better assess the situation and to find a solution. Like, I don't know, maybe I could say I was feeling happy. Happiness for me is just happiness. That's the only word. And then you gave me joy, and I don't know. You know better than me, but there are so many other words, and that's the positive. But then sometimes I could say, yeah, I'm afraid of something, and then you need to be more specific because sometimes I want to talk in the first person. Like I thought that the problem was much more was bigger, and hence that the solution would require much more effort than it actually did because the problem wasn't that big. I was just describing or using the wrong words to describe the problem. And so your ability to, to find the target, that made my work so much easier.
Wow. Love that observation. For sure, it's always easier from as a coach, I guess, see from outside. You know what I mean? When
Yeah.
you're inside, you don't necessarily see as a clear picture. But when someone, obviously, I'm also experienced, right? But seeing from outside, I'm like, I can see what's actually going on.
Yeah, I
Versus what
loved
you
that
thought.
from you. Yeah, like like you were reading my mind. That was amazing. And so thank you for that.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Wow, this has been an incredible experience working with you. Someone who's really motivated to change, right? That's what really you came for. You're so motivated to change because you tried it on your own, right? You did other forms of self-growth, development, all of that,
Yeah.
but they were like, it's still not where you wanted to be. And you came in, you're like, you know what? I'm going to throw away all my preconceived notion. I'm just
Yeah.
going to show up and do the work. And you did. And then this is the result. It's just sense of freedom, as you described. It's freedom. It's incredible. And now you're empowered to be you.
Yeah. That is so true. That is so
Yeah. And I
true.
can just see, just see this bright smile on your face. So great.
Yeah.
So what would you tell someone considering working with me?
Well, I would say that they should trust you. I mean, trust your exercises and trust the process because like many times I thought you were asking like random stuff, and then I realized that you were actually guiding me towards something that towards something, but because I think you didn't know because you don't have like you can't actually read my mind. So but you were guiding the path so brilliantly, I'm going to say, that then maybe the issues that I started the session with were not the ones that were relevant by the end of the session. So if someone is trying, it's considering working with you, first of all, I'd say just do it, and then trust the process and open up because Coco is a very good listener, and so the more you share with her, the more she'll be able to guide you toward a happy ending. So
Wow,
yeah.
wonderful. I love that happy ending. Anything, last question, anything else you'd like to share?
Um, I don't know. There is something that for me it's important, and I shared with you before, and and is that you come from a completely
Mm,
different background that I do. Like I
mm-hmm,
was born and raised in Argentina. You came from China, and um and I was attracted to the fact that you might be able to show me a different perspective than the ones that I am, more used to. And I don't know if that happened or not. At the end, I think we had more similarities than differences.
mm-hmm,
But that was for me personally. That was an unconscious bias. Sometimes I tend to pick
mm-hmm,
people that it's more like to me or my background or something like that. And I discovered that the the differences are sometimes more constructive than the similarities. It
mm-hmm.
it so yeah, that was something I wanted to share. Yes.
Yeah. Wow. Thank you. Thank you so much. It has been an incredible, incredible journey for me to witness your, more than just witness, right? Doing it with
No.
you. And
Yeah.
yeah, this transformation process. And I'm really just so thrilled for you. So thrilled for you on the new life that you're building for yourself. You already have such a wonderful life. And then I know your career, you're going to take it to the next level. You're a wonderful mom with two amazing kids. You're just going to be like better mom, better, like leader at work, and just better partner as well. And I'm really truly truly honored to have had the opportunity to work with you, and that really continue to see your life, just the bright light to shine.
Thank you. Thank you so much for nice words. I wish I had more words in English to to thank you, but it's much in the same sense. I really enjoy the process, and I think you're a very kind person as well. Um, so thank you so much. Thank Because I felt very comfortable along the process, and that's on you. So thank you.
Yeah, you're very welcome.